This is the Digital Marketing Podcast.
Hello and welcome everybody to the active resistance against bad digital marketing. This is the Digital Marketing Podcast and I am DM Punk. This is episode number 27 and today we are talking about lockdown learning, everybody. Yes, we're going to do some learning today. This episode was recorded in May of 2020. Okay, what the hell do I mean by lockdown learning? Well, I thought, now, strange times, and I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope everyone is trying to stay well. Hope you're all staying at home. I hope we are socially distancing. And because of those strange times, some of you might be furloughed, some of you might still be working, or you're at home, or, sadly, you might have been let go, which is terrible, but, okay. I'm a positive person, okay? Silver lining and everything, and I think that if there's ever an opportunity to learn something, it's learning something right now during this time. Now, me personally, I'm trying to up my coding game. I'm trying to get better at doing some programming and stuff like that. It's slow progress for me, but I'm a terrible student. But if there's one thing that I can help with, if there's one thing I can provide, okay, I'm not working on the front line, okay, I'm not an essential worker by any means, I'm not that important, but if there is one small, tiny thing that I can do, it is at least provide some of my knowledge onto the people that want that knowledge. And that knowledge for me is all to do with digital marketing. So lockdown learning is all about that. I'm trying to just impart some knowledge, impart some wisdom. And I thought this first one is probably best going to be all about SEO. So if you out there have ever thought, hey, I've got this website, I've got this business, I've got this blog, whatever it is, and I want to get traffic to it. I want to get people looking at it. I want to get people reading it. I want to get people seeing it. And you've probably heard this term fleeting around about SEO, search engine optimization, and you've gone, what the hell is that? Well, hopefully today on this episode, I'll be able to help you understand what that is a little bit more. So, what I have done is I have collated some resources together. Now, you may be thinking, hey, you've just taken other people's content. Yes, I have, okay? And if you know anything about marketing, then that's half the job. But what I have done is, if you want to learn SEO at the moment, okay, if you want to go out there and try and learn it, there's a lot of crap information out there, okay? There's a lot of throwaway one-line advice and that kind of soundbite advice that's out there. And it sounds great and it looks great and you go, hey, this is quick, easy SEO, isn't it? So simple. And I'm sorry, but it's not going to get you anywhere. And you're going to invest so much time, so much effort, so much blood, sweat and tears into it, and you're not going to get anywhere. So I thought, okay, there are other people out there that have put together some really fantastic resources, which I've learned from and my team have learned from. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and I'm going to put them all in one place so that people can feel confident that this is the place where they can learn the true meaning of SEO and they can learn all the true skills of SEO that you'll need to actually gain some kind of results. Because what's the point in putting all that effort in if you're not going to get anywhere? So let's put all that effort in and get somewhere. And that's what I've done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to list off all these resources for you. And if you're listening to this, you've got two options. You can either listen to this and go away and Google it and find the resources yourself, or you can go over to my blog. It is dmpunk.co.uk, and you'll find on there Lockdown Learning, the beginner's guide to SEO, okay? If you want to learn beginner's SEO. Now, we're not going to go into advanced stuff today. It's just far too much. It'll take you a long time. And do you know what the best way of learning SEO is? It's not necessarily from a book. Certainly from the start it is, but it's learning by doing. And I want you to use these resources, get the core basic skills, and then learn by doing. And I hope you will do that for me. And if you do that, then I just want you to come back to me, okay? You can reach out to me, Twitter, Instagram, over email, it doesn't matter, but I want you to reach out to me and say, hey, Tom, I went and did this, and I've learned some SEO, and I'm learning by doing. And I will praise you, and I will clap you, and I will applaud you. And I may even retweet you and share it and say, hey, look, these people are doing it. Why aren't you doing it, okay? So let's go through some of these resources, okay? So I've put these in a semi-quasi order, okay, in terms of how I feel that you should be going through it. So number one of my lockdown learning resources, the best resources to learn the basics of SEO. Let's take it from the horse's mouth. SEO all about one name, okay, and that is Google. And I want you to take some information from the horse's mouth because they have their own fundamentals of SEO course, and I feel like you should go and learn those fundamentals of SEO from Google themselves because they know better than anybody. Now, it's quite a long course, okay? They have this whole digital garage course sort of directory thing you can go on. You can learn a whole range of different sort of digital marketing things, and they're all great, okay? Really high quality. It's quite a long course, this fundamentals, but it'll teach you everything you want to know. And if there's one mistake that so many people learning SEO do, that is they go straight for the skills, okay? They go straight for trying to learn how to optimize page titles and how to optimize their content and putting internal links in and creating fantastic content. And that's not what it's about. If you want to really get far, if you want to really do well, then you have to learn how a search engine works. You have to learn what SEO is, the history of SEO. And only that way will you be able to be head and shoulders above everybody else. So go and learn the fundamentals of SEO from Google. That is resource number one. And I hope you go and check that out. Number two, the Webmaster Guidelines. The Webmaster Guidelines, you may think SEO, is a little bit of a Wild West. And to a degree it is. But hey, we do have a rule book, and that rule book comes from our lords and masters at Google. And they have created the Webmaster Guidelines. And you should go and take a little bit of time. It's not a huge document, a little bit of time, just getting acquainted with what those guidelines are. Because that'll tell you, regardless of what these so-called experts and what these so-called SEO gurus say, that will tell you what is right and what is wrong. And if Google sees that you are doing something wrong and it sees that you are breaking some of these rules, then they will punish you for it, okay? They will punish you for it. So go and get acquainted with the Webmaster Guidelines. Number three. Okay, you may have heard of this name already. There is a company out there, it's called Moz. You may have heard of it because of their metric. It's called Domain Authority DA, and we talked about it in the last episode. But Moz do provide some really fantastic, easily accessible resources regarding SEO, and they have the definitive beginner's guide to SEO. Now, there used to be a guy who founded Moz, and that guy was Rand Fishkin. And a long, long time ago, in the very early days of SEO, he wrote the first definitive beginner's guide to SEO, and it still exists to this day. However, very, very recently, because so much has changed in the world of SEO, it's been rewritten by Brittany Mueller, and it's now bang up to date. So now is a better time than any to go and check out the beginner's guide to SEO from Moz. Right, we're going to go a little bit more technical now. We're going to get into a little bit more detail. Like I say, we're taking this step by step. This is in some kind of order, so you should have ticked off all those boxes from before. Now we're going to do the first thing that you should be thinking about when you're thinking about SEO, and that's keyword research, because at the end of the day, Google is all about typing stuff, keywords into Google, or saying them if we're talking about voice, but let's not get too complicated. Backlinko, I keep calling it Backlinko. It's called Backlinko. It's the ultimate guide to keyword research. It's a very long blog article, but it is so full of really good, useful information. So find out what it is that makes a good keyword. It's not all about volume, okay? It's not all about volume. It's about competition. It's about whether it's going to be relevant to your audience that you are trying to attract, okay? Go and check out the Ultimate Guide to Keyword Research and then start doing some keyword research. And you may be very, very surprised. You might think you know everything about your audience and what they're typing and what they're searching for, but you know nothing until you've done some keyword research properly. So go and check that out. Next, really key one, this one, and to be honest, this is kind of like a little trade secret, because honestly, the best way to learn how to do SEO well, how to be head and shoulders above everybody else that you want to compete against, is actually go and check out all those people that you're competing against and do some competitor analysis. So you're going to go and check out those websites that you're trying to compete against, and you're going to borrow, in inverted commas, mostly steal, but borrow their ideas, and you're going to build upon their ideas, and you're going to be better than their ideas, and you're going to be better than them, and that's how you outrank them eventually in the long term. So Ahrefs has a really good blog article about how to do some good, decent competitor research and how to do it well. Finally, the last one. You have to learn some stuff about on-page ranking factors. There are numerous on-page ranking factors. One of my main on-page is the stuff that's not to do with like links and stuff like that. We're talking about the stuff that you can do on each and every single one of your pages on your website. Go and find out what those on-page ranking factors are. We don't officially know them. Google don't tell us, but we have a decent idea from research over the many years that people have been doing SEO in their lives. So go and check out those resources. That is your lockdown learning for this period. And maybe if you move on from that and you've enjoyed those resources, I might do another one for something else. And you'll have to tell me what you want. Whether it's going to be social media, is it going to be, I don't know, Google Ads, is it going to be email marketing, content marketing, whatever. I'll find some resources that I can assure you are very good resources. If you need to find those resources, and I went a little bit too quick, don't worry, go over to my blog, dmpunk.co.uk, find the blog article called Lockdown Learning, Top 6 Resources to Learn the Basics of SEO. And if you don't know how to find that, I'll put the link in the show notes. I hope that helps everybody who wants to spend a little bit of time during this lockdown to just learn a new skill. And if you do, and you want to use those resources, then please reach out and let me know how you're getting on. If you need any help, reach out and I might be able to help you out as well. Okay? I hope you've enjoyed that, everybody. And don't forget, if you do have any questions, queries, feedback, and you want to reach out to me, then you can do. You can email me first of all. It's punkcast@dmpunk.co.uk. You can connect with me across all the social media channels. Facebook is /IamDMPunk. On Twitter, it's @IamDMPunk. On Instagram, it's at IamDMPunk. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Just search for Digital Marketing Punk. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Digital Marketing Podcast. And if you really want to help me out, you can show your appreciation by giving us a 5-star review. I would very much appreciate it. I hope you will join me next time on the Digital Marketing Podcast. Thank you very much.